Shorty so know that she give me the masterpiece. Then I gotta slide cause I cannot let with these hoes. Gotta get to the bag for me. Time is money like a patty for Lee. I am the plug, you should tap in with me. I know some niggas who send up the city on baby if anything happen to me. Niggas be whiffing, they capping to me. Boy, you're trapping on shit, y'all be lacking to me. Nigga like me got the recipe. Money up front, ain't no backing with me. Catch me in traffic in my capacity. I got the audacity. Spin on your block or your avenue. See you inside this catastrophe.
Fuck bitches, get money. Fuck bitches, get money. Hey, fuck bitches, get money. Fuck bitches. Good. Hey.
It's not hate to say that we were kidnapped and brought here. It's true. It's not hate to say that we were Jim Crow, discriminated and segregated. It's true. It's not hate to say that the Supreme Court, which is the highest court in this country, came up with a hypocritical desegregation decision 9 years ago, which they haven't enforced yet. That's not hate. That's true.
Your question is having said when an airliner crashed with a number of white people on board, but you were glad it happened.
The white race in this country collectively are guilty of these crimes that our people are suffering from collectively. And therefore they would suffer some collective disaster, collective grief. And that plane crashed in France with 130 white people off.
No one man should withstand the weight of the world on his shoulders and die when it's over. Ain't no global warming, the world getting colder. Ain't nobody doing shit, they taking our culture. Wake up and see y'all, ain't no balance on one side of the seesaw. We at war with Esau, and ain't nobody down with us. My niggas get up. I know what it's like to wake up fucked up. I know what it's like when the pain cut deep. You can't get on your feet and you just wanna stay asleep. When the shit too much, a nigga needs to roll up. And all you got is this money and this still ain't enough. To live is to survive, gotta hustle to stay alive. My girl don't understand, I can see that look in her eyes. And not the trouble of soul, I pacify with lies. I inflict the pain and wipe the tears of her cries. Baby, I know you heard me, apologies in advance. I just pray to God that he give me another chance. Trying to make it to heaven, I got my hell of a plan. Dancing with the devil makes me a hell of a man. Yeah, I'm trying to be a better man, but my nigga down south won't put me up 200 hands. He told
told you she ain't got no love for you, she don't really fuck with you. What I say, I told you take care of your fam, stand on your square, be a man. What I say, I told you they ain't got no love for you if they ain't come on with you. What I say, I told you there wasn't no real niggas, now you gotta deal with it. What I say, I told you she ain't got no love for you, she don't really fuck with you. What I say, I told you take care of your fam, stand on your square, be a man. A cold world, I know. Time moves fast when you tryna chase a bag, that's facts. At last, niggas finally see your check. Haters wanna knock you off your apex. They mad, cause your bitch ain't loyal. Broke the code, put a price on her soul. Get a hold of your life. You could blow off at night, or you could fuck it all and lose control. Suicide is a suicide, yeah. It's a big difference between you and I. And I'm super straight. They say it's 6 million ways to die. Choose your fate. I ain't gonna lose the case. Prove your worth, nigga. Move your weight. Keep your nose clean for you lose your face. What up your face value? We don't know your face. I step up in this bitch like I own the place. I pay close attention to they tone and pace. Is he really built? Will he fall to break? Life is guns and butter, baby boy, you straight. And I got it in either hand, I mean I hold your fate. Never know, it could be your time to go today. Who knows, a nigga like me might show you the way. Seal his fate with a kiss from a rose on the grave. I stand on anything I say, what I say. What I say, I told you they ain't got no love for you if they ain't come on with you. What I say, I told you there was no real niggas, now you gotta deal with them. Mercy, mercy, Lord have mercy. Why niggas hate me? Show me no mercy. Brother forsake me, woman don't hurt me. mercy, mercy. Ay, Lord have mercy.
Okay, walk like a champion, talk like a champion. You don't hear that semi blow. Put up on your set slow. You don't hear no engine. Put a body on it gun wide. Walk like a champion, talk like a champion. You don't hear that semi blow. Put up on your set slow. You don't hear no engine. Put a body on it gun wide. Ay, mercy, mercy, the wicked.
Have no mercy. Shalom, shalom. What's cracking? What's cracking? What's good? Shalom. We back at it. You know, you see the title, Basic Instruction, Becoming Life Eternal. Yes, we back on it. You know, going back, covering the wisdom books of the Bible. Getting back into the book of Proverbs and stuff like that. You know, we are bouncing back between Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. And all that cool stuff, you know. So yeah, of course, giving all praises to the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who maybe people might know as Jesus Christ, right? So yeah, we don't get into it. You know, we like to, you know, cover this, you know, portion, you know, of the Bible, the like what we call the wisdom books. You know, because started this because you know, for new Bible readers and stuff that, you know, is curious on where to start, you know, to to when they want to begin reading the Bible. And one of the good places to start is the wisdom, you know, parts of it, like the Proverbs, the Ecclesiasticus, the Psalms, you know, and because there's a lot of wisdom, give you a lot of real life advice, you know, how to deal with certain situations, you know, and and they give you like some sound advice, you know, common sense, if you will, you know, on how to deal with certain things and how to recognize certain behaviors, right, and how to stay away from certain stuff, right, and you know, understanding, you know, the wisdom, you know, in these books, you know, it will, you know, keep us in a, you know, out of a lot of trouble and not, you know, bring us closer to the Most High. So, but we're gonna get right to it though. We had left off with I think chapter 8 in Proverbs. So we're gonna start in chapter 9. Proverbs chapter 9 real quick. So then and it says this. So Proverbs 9:1. It says, "Wisdom has built her house; she has showed out her, she hewed out her 7 pillars." Right, and we know Proverbs. You know, the book of Proverbs is you know, wisdom is personified as a woman, right, and seeing that be so, you know, and also can be said, you know, a wise woman, you know, she does the same thing in her household. You know, it says, wisdom have built her house. Wisdom have built her house. She hewed out 7 pillars, right? And you know, those 7 pillars represent strength, right? Strength and wisdom. And it says she killed the breast. Let me read it right. It says she killed the beast. She have mangled her wine. She have also furnished her table. She have sent forth maidens. She have cried upon the highest places of the city. And you know, and that's what wisdom do. Wisdom, you know, is meaning it's out there to be seek and to be found. You know, it's not hidden. It's just that we have to go and search for it and seek it out, because it's right there to be found, right? Because it says she sent forth her maidens and cry upon the high places. The high places is like in the, you know, chief concourse of travel where people, you know, hang out at, where people often be at, right? It says she sent forth her maidens, she cried upon the highest places of the city. And it says, who is simple, let him turn in hither, as for him that wanted understanding, she said unto him. Right? And, so, and that's what wisdom do. It's like it's here to see, but oftentimes we don't go and look for it and find it because we're comfortable in our space and where we at. And we don't see, because sometimes too, because what it say? It says, she sent forth her maidens as cry upon the high places. Sometimes, we might see like a homeless person or, somebody hanging out in front of some little store. I know back in my day, like, you used to be able to get wisdom from the old heads of the neighborhood, right? And they be out in the streets, right? And oftentimes people will pass them by because the way they look, their position in life, and people will just, ignore them. But, the Bible says also, too, be careful, of the people you entertain, because you never know, or, be careful of how you treat people, because you never know, you could be entertaining angels, right? So, but oftentimes we see these, people out there, and we associate them with crazy, because they're not, living in, what society classify as the norm, right? So she sent forth her maidens, she cried upon the high places of the city. Who is simple, let him turn in hither, as for him that wanteth understanding, she said unto him. And also too, a doublefold, because a lot of, even some women that manage to get, success in life, right, able to do for themselves, they still have that, that need for that man to be right there to, to share that, success with, right? And so, because also